ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, text number 11 and 12. So we first chant 11. Swalankritam Shamaturanga-yojitam
Swalankritam Shamaturanga-yojitam
Swalamkritam Shamaturanga-yojitam
Swalankritam Shamaturanga-yojitam
Ratham Mrugendra-dhvajam Ashrita Purat
Ratham Mrugendra-dhvajam Ashrita Purat
Ratham Mrugendra-dhvajam Ashrita Purat
Ratham Mrugendra-dhvajam Ashrita Purat
Vrito Rathashvadvipapatti Yuktaya
Rato Rathashvadvipapatti Yuktaya
Vrito Rathashvadvipapatti Yuktaya
Rato Rathashvadvipapatti Yuktaya
Swasenaya Digvijayaya Nirgataha
Swasenaya Digvijaya Nirgata
Swasenaya Digvijayaya Nirgataha
Swasenaya Digvijaya Nirgata.
So Alankritam,
No Alankritam,
very well decorated.
very well decorated.
Shama,
Shama,
black.
black.
Turanga,
Turanga,
horses.
horses.
Yojitam,
Yojitam,
tackled.
tackled.
Ratham,
Ratham,
chariot.
chariot.
Mragendra,
Mridendra,
lion.
lion.
Dhvajam,
Rajam,
flag.
flag.
Ashrita,
Ashrita,
under the protection.
under the protection.
Purat,
Purat,
from the capital.
from the capital.
Vrataha,
Prataha,
surrounded by.
surrounded by.
Ratha,
Ratha,
charioteers.
charioteers.
Ashva,
Ashwa,
cavalry.
cavalry.
Divapatti,
Vivapatti,
elephant.
elephant.
Yuktaya,
Yuktaya,
thus being equipped.
thus being equipped.
Swasenaya,
Swasenaya,
along with infantry.
along with infantry.
Digvijayaya,
Vijayaya,
for the purpose of conquering.
for the purpose of conquering.
Nirgataha,
Nirgataha,
went out.
went out.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Maharaj Parikshit sat on a chariot drawn by black horses. His flag was marked with the sign of a lion. Being so decorated and surrounded by charioteers, cavalry, elephants, and infantry soldiers, he left the capital to conquer in all directions. Please repeat. Maharaj Parikshit
Maharaj Parikshit
sat on a chariot
sat on a chariot
drawn by black horses.
drawn by black horses.
His flag was marked
His flag was marked
with the sign of a lion.
with the sign of a lion.
Being so decorated and surrounded
Being so decorated and surrounded
by charioteers,
by charioteers,
cavalry,
cavalry,
elephants,
elephants,
and infantry soldiers,
and infantry soldiers.
he left the capital
He left the capital
to conquer in all directions.
to conquer in all directions.
Purport. Maharaj Parikshit is distinguished from his grandfather Arjuna for black horses pulled his chariot instead of white horses. He marked his flag with the mark of a lion, and his grandfather marked his with the mark of Hanumanji. A royal procession like that of Maharaj Parikshit, surrounded by well-decorated chariots, cavalry, elephants, infantry, and band, not only is pleasing to the eyes, but also is a sign of civilization that is aesthetic even on fighting front. Take the next one. Twelve. भद्राश्वं केतुमालं च
भद्राश्व केतुमाला च
भद्राश्वं केतुमालं च
भद्राश्व केतुमालं च
भारतं चोत्तरान् कुरून्
भारतं चोत्तरान् करून्
भारतं चोत्तरान् कुरून्
भारतं चोत्तरान् करून्
किं पुरुषादीनि वर्षाणि
किं पुरुषादीनि वर्षाणि
किं पुरुषादीनि वर्षाणि
किं पुरुषादीनि वर्षाणि
विजित्य जग्रे बलिं
जग्रे बलिं
विजित्य जग्रे बलिं
विजित्य जग्रे बलिं
Maharaj Parikshit then conquered all parts of the earthly planet. Bhadrashva, Ketumala, Bharata, the northern Kuru, Kimpurusha, etc. and exacted tributes from their respective rulers. Purport. Bhadrashva. It is a tract of land near Meru Parvat. It extends from Gandhamadana Parvata to the saltwater ocean. There is a description of this Varsha in the Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva 7.14 to 18. The description was narrated by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Maharaj Yudhishthir also conquered this Varsha, and thus the province was included within the jurisdiction of his empire. Maharaj Parikshit was formerly declared to be the emperor of all lands ruled by his grandfather, but still he had to establish his supremacy while he was out of his capital to exact tribute from such states. Ketumala. This Earth's planet is divided into 7 dvipas by 7 oceans. And the central dvipa called Jambu Dvipa is divided into 9 varshas or parts by 8 huge mountains. Bharat Varsha is one of the above mentioned 9 varshas, and Ketumala is also described as one of the above varshas. It is said that in the Ketumala Varsha, women are the most beautiful. This Varsha was conquered by Arjuna also. A description of this part of the world is available in the Mahabharata, Sabha 28.6. It is said that this part of the world is situated on the western side of the Meru Parvat, and inhabitants of this province used to live up to 10,000 years. Bhishma Parva 6.31. Human beings living in this part of the globe are of golden color, and the women resemble the angels of heaven. The inhabitants are free from all kinds of diseases and grief. Bharata Varsha. This part of the world is also one of the 9 Varshas of the Jambu Dvipa. A description of Bharat Varsha is given in the Mahabharata, Bhishma Parva chapters 9 and 10. In the center of Jambu Dvipa is Ilavrata Varsha, and south of Ilavrata Varsha is Hari Varsha. The description of these Varshas is given in the Mahabharata, Sabha Parva 28.78 as follows. Nagaramscha vanamscha eva nadischa vimalodakaah purushan deva kalpamscha narischa priyadarshana adrashta purvan subhagan sadadarsha dhananjayah sagnani cha shubhrani naris chapasvasham nibha. It is mentioned here that the women in both these Varshas are beautiful and some of them are equal to the Apsaras or heavenly women. Uttara Kuru. According to Vedic geography, the northernmost portion of Jambu Dvipa is called Uttara Kuru Varsha. It is surrounded by the saltwater ocean from three sides and divided by Shangavan mountain from the Hiranyamaya Varsha. Kim Purusha Varsha. It is stated to be situated north of the great Himalaya mountain, which is 80,000 miles in length and height and which covers 16,000 miles in width. These parts of the world were also conquered by Arjuna. Sabha 28 1.2 1 and 2. The Kim Purushas are descendants of a daughter of Daksha. When Maharaj Yudhishthir performed a horse sacrifice yajna, the inhabitants of these countries were also present to take part in the festival and they paid tributes to the emperor. This part of the world is called Kim Purusha Varsha or sometimes the Himalayan province, Himavati. It is said that Shukadeva Goswami was born in these Himalayan provinces and that he came to Bharat Varsha after crossing the Himalayan countries. In other words, Maharaj Parikshit conquered all the world. He conquered all the continents adjoining all the seas and oceans in all directions, namely the eastern, western, northern and southern parts of the world. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamiti Namine. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Valankritam Sham Turanga Yojitam Ratham Ragendra Dvajam Ashritah Purat Ruto Rathasva Dvipapatti Yuktaya Swasenaya Digvijayaya Nirgataha. Maharaj Parikshit sat on a chariot drawn by black horses. His flag was marked with the sign of a lion. Being so decorated and surrounded by charioteers, cavalry, elephants and infantry soldiers, he left the capital to conquer in all directions. Bhadrashvam Ketumalam cha Bharatam Chottaran Kurun Kim Purushadini Varshani Vijitya Jagre Balim. Maharaj Parikshit then conquered all parts of the earthly planet, Bhadrashva, Ketumala, Bharata and northern Kuru, Kim Purusha, etc., and exacted tributes from their respective rulers. So we see little description of the geography, how the whole planet was divided into different varshas. And the Bharata Varsha is just one of those 9 varshas. We saw that description. It says, this Earth planet is divided into 7 dvipas by 7 oceans. And the central dvipa called Jambu Dvipa is divided into 9 varshas or parts by 8 huge mountains. Bharat Varsha is one of the above mentioned 9 varshas. That's what it says. So we know now, there are continents also. Earlier they were saying 5, then some 6, and now 7, like that, They keep changing, but here in Bhagavatam, everything is fixed. All these descriptions we can get in the 5th canto. When we go to the 5th canto, we'll really study them in detail, what is where. And now within ISKCON we have this Bhakti Vedanta Institute, where the scientist devotees, they are studying this, and then making models and re-establishing the perfection of Bhagavatam. Because sometimes people say that Bhagavatam is all mythology, fiction, some imagination. How can there be Meru Parvata and anything like that? Because we see everything from our perspective, from our eyes, our small little eyes which can't see any much. And even with the so-called powerful telescopes and this and that, we try to figure out something. And since we don't know, that's why we can see that every day, every week, you will hear about some new discovery. Or so and so new star, new planet, new galaxy, new something they see, because like here, some descriptions are 80,000 miles. Now, come on, we don't have that kind of concept. We come from India to America, it's just maybe 15,000 miles. What is it? 18,000 miles. Like so this is a totally different dimension. Okay, and this we are just a part of the whole scene. Jambu Dvipa is in the center. So when we read that, I am not in a position today to tell you all the details, because I'll have to study myself. Right now we are into first canto, and we are concentrating on the how Maharaj Parikshit received. But Srila Prabhupada gave a little hint of what is going on. What are these names? What are these varshas? So it's there's a khanda, there is a varsha, there is like that. And now we know that Bharata Varsha is no more Bharat Varsha. It has become some, went on squeezing, and ultimately it is now just India, that is Bharat. That's all. In between it became Hindustan. And then, when it was divided, it was Hindustan, Pakistan. And now it is just India with a small little Lanka hanging at the bottom, and disputed Kashmir territory they show all over the world. So in a way, we can see that what we have to learn from this is that Maharaj Parikshit was ruling all over people, and also that there's a decline. Then the Kali Yuga is progressing, we can see the decline in terms of everything. So I think because sometimes there will be descriptive shlokas, just talking about some place or something happening. So we'll have to combine them with other shlokas and go forward. Okay. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, everybody.